The Bluebird.
It was a Christmas Eve when children were waiting for Santa Claus. Mytyl and Tyltyl in the woodcutter house were looking outside the window. Then the door opened and a grandmother came in.
My daughter is sick. She wants a bluebird. The bluebird brings luck.
Grandma, we will find the bluebird.
Really? Thanks.
Grandma gave a hat to Tyltyl. As Tyltyl wore that hat, the grandma turned into a fairy of light.
Tyltyl, if you turn a jewel on the hat, you can go wherever you want.
The fairy of light left these words and disappeared. A dog and a cat followed Mytyl and Tyltyl. As Tyltyl turned the jewel on the hat, everyone could fly to the sky. The first place Tyltyl and Mytyl arrived was the front yard of a house. Grandmother and grandfather who had passed away were sitting in the long chair. That place was the world of memory.
What are you guys doing here?
We came to find the bluebird.
Here is the bluebird.
But the moment when Tyltyl and Mytyl left the world of memory, the bluebird turned into the black one. The second place Tyltyl and Mytyl flew to was the Palace of Night. But Tyltyl and Mytyl had to leave because there were wars, germs, and ghosts in every room. As Tyltyl opened the last door, there was the bluebird. But the moment when Tyltyl and Mytyl left the Palace of Night, the bluebird died. The next place Tyltyl and Mytyl visited was the forest. The fairies of Tree were waiting for Tyltyl to come.
Tyltyl, do you know how many trees did your father cut down? You have to be punished instead of your father.
Tyltyl and Mytyl hurriedly turned the jewel on the hat and went to the Palace of Happiness. Tyltyl sent back the fatty and Ms. Luxury, who always just ate and played, to the Cave of Misery. Then the hidden happiness came to Tyltyl and Mytyl. Tyltyl and Mytyl could meet their mother's happiness, who looked like the mother. The happiness of the mother sprinkled love on Tyltyl and Mytyl. Tyltyl and Mytyl flew to the Palace of Future. At the Palace of Future, babies with blue clothes played around having a lot of fun. Tyltyl and Mytyl told the children about love they got from the Palace of Happiness.
Dear, the world is a really beautiful place.
Your mother will love you more than anyone. Tyltyl, Mytyl, wake up.
It was the mother's voice. Tyltyl and Mytyl woke up from sleep.
Oh, where are we? It's our home.
Yes, we came back home. You guys must have had a very fun dream.
The mother smiled. Christmas presents were waiting for Tyltyl and Mytyl. Tyltyl and Mytyl came out of the room. At the living room, there was a neighbor grandmother who looked exactly the same with the one who came on the Christmas Eve.
Grandma, we couldn't find the bluebird.
Isn't the bluebird here?
There was the bluebird in the cage.
The bluebird was in our house.
Tyltyl and Mytyl were surprised and shouted. The grandmother carried the cage and went to her house. Few days passed. A daughter of the grandmother came with the cage.
I want to give the bluebird back. I am healthy now.
Tyltyl opened the cage to feed the bird. Then, however, the bluebird flew away. Standing behind, the mother held the shoulders of Tyltyl and Mytyl.
Guys, the bluebird will be in your hearts forever.